Inheritance loans. What are they? How do they work? Brought to you by inheritancefundingnow.com. What is an inheritance loan? An inheritance loan really is not a loan. It's really an advance. The difference being that an advance is where the investor will provide you with money, and in return you will basically sell them a portion of whatever inheritance is that you're expecting. So a loan, the difference is a loan is where you personally will be paying back the money that is advanced. With an inheritance advance, you will be receiving money, but that advance will only be paid back from the estate itself. So it's an important difference. The risk gets shifted to the investor away from you. How much can be advanced? Typically we see between $10,000 and $100,000 as the average advancement. It can be more, it sometimes can be less, and really the amount that can be advanced is dependent on two things. One, how much you want or need, and two, the size of the expected inheritance. It typically is a very quick process. It can take as little as 3 days. It often takes between 5 and 7 business days. And what determines the amount of time is how quickly all of the documents proving the estate and showing the expected inheritance, how quickly they can be all put together and then reviewed. And that often takes between 5 and 7 days. How does this money get paid back? I mentioned earlier that it's an advance, not a loan, and the money gets paid back from the estate directly and not from you personally. It's an important difference. So if you were to get a $10,000 advance, then whatever the expected return for the investor would be would get paid from the estate directly. So when the estate settles, the executor, maybe the lawyer involved, would write a check directly to the investor. You don't have to worry about it. The flip side of that is if the estate never has any money and can't pay back the advance, then you personally will not have to come up with the money and pay it back. That's the difference between an advance and a loan. So it creates the opportunity for you to take money out of the inheritance now and let somebody else take the risk of waiting for the inheritance to actually come through later. This has been brought to you by the inheritancefundingnow.com website, and you can learn more by visiting that website, inheritancefundingnow.com.